Okay, I'm heading out for a ride on the 2013 Honda Goldwing F6B. Just picked this up a couple weeks ago, actually. Just haven't had a chance to actually ride it much other than just riding home from the guy that I bought it from. So figured I'd turn the camera on and go for a little ride. Okay, so today is December 14th, 2025. Arizona here, it's absolutely beautiful. I want to say it's 70, 72, 73 degrees right now. So perfect day to go riding. I've had some big bikes in the past, but nothing as big as a Goldwing. I still have an ST1300, Honda ST1300 in the garage that I bought earlier this year after not really riding all that much for a while. And that was actually the third ST that I've had. I had an old one, a ST1100, and then a ST1300, and then another ST1300. But I don't know why, I just kind of got the bug to try one of these Goldwings. And I have to say, so far, I'm really impressed. It's definitely a different ride than the ST1300. It's heavier, not nearly as sporty, but I'm 52 and maybe I'm just getting old, but I just don't have a desire to go super fast anymore when I'm riding. The ST1300 is an awesome bike, don't get me wrong, but it's just not all that fun just to cruise around town on. Here, let's check that out. Old VW Bug. Pretty cool. One of the things that I was worried about is I'm not a big guy, about 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. 190 pounds. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to handle a big old Goldwing 1800. Which probably has a bigger motor than that VW Bug. But the Goldwing, it does have a pretty low center of gravity. And I can almost flat foot it. The seat's pretty wide, but when I'm wearing motorcycle boots with a little bit of a heel, I can flat foot it pretty well. I'm still kind of getting used to it. Low speeds, going in and out of, parking lots and in and out of the driveway. But once you get going, it seems to hold its weight pretty well. It doesn't feel as heavy as it should. What is it, 800 and something pounds? My ST1300 is a big old heavy pig as well. Not as heavy as this thing, but the ST1300, it seems like the weight is up a lot higher, and on the Goldwing it seems to have a lower center of gravity, which helps being such a big bike. It's not the most powerful bike I've ever ridden or owned. Not the fastest, but I gotta tell you, torque, just tons of torque. I don't know that I've ridden a bike with as much torque before. Okay. Back off the freeway here. And gonna go take some city roads here. Hopefully over to this park called South Mountain. It's kind of a nice scenic ride. Short ride in the middle of the Phoenix area. One thing that is really cool, I have to admit, is having a stereo. Never had a bike with a stereo before.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we
What's also cool about the radio is it has adjusting volume depending upon how fast you're riding. So when you're getting going on the freeway, I don't know what the stats are, but once you get going, the volume just automatically turns up, which is kind of cool. And then when you're riding around town, it'll lower the volume as you come to a stop. So you're not blasting the person next to you as you come to a stoplight. So we are approaching South Mountain Park. Because it's a Sunday, I'm sure I'll get stuck behind tourists and cars and stuff. Ponderosa Stables, pretty cool little outfit here where you can go horseback riding. Done that a couple times, pretty cool. They take you out for about an hour loop through South Mountain Park. They don't go up the mountain, but down low. Ponderosa Stables. South Mountain Park and Preserve. They always have the stop sign here, but no one's ever here. So I just kind of roll through. Winding park roads, 15 miles per hour. I might break the speed limit. Don't look. But on this big old Goldwing, it's not about how fast, right? Just enjoying the ride and cruising. The park rangers are a little uptight here. So if you do go check this ride out, I wouldn't recommend pushing it too hard. They do seem to enjoy giving bikers tickets and everything. we're done with the speed bumps at least. I think I see a Goldwing coming. Trike. Hey, hey. I've always thought of these Goldwings as old man's bikes. But maybe just the younger guys that just don't know what they're missing. I have to admit though, this F6B, sort of the stripped down version, it doesn't have the big tour pack on it, on the backrest. It doesn't have reverse. It doesn't have cruise control. I need to double check. I also don't think it has ABS either. So if I remember correctly, it's about 60 pounds lighter than a normal Goldwing. Again, this is a 2013. 20,658 miles. It's almost 21,000 miles. Again, I just bought it a few weeks ago. Still kind of getting used to it. Okay, that's where we came from. That's Phoenix and road up there. I want to say that those are satellite antennas, cellular antennas, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's do it. Definitely going to be taking it easy because I have not yet done many twisties with this Goldwing. Don't feel super comfortable on it yet. So not going to be setting any records racing up the road here today. The other thing that I kind of feel like what's changed in my riding is I'm much more interested in the scenery and where I'm going. Not just focused so much on the experience of the ride itself, but taking my time more and enjoying the scenery. There's some chunks on the side of the road that are not in great shape. Be careful not to veer too far off to the shoulder there. That wouldn't be fun. Road seems to be in decent shape otherwise. lot of tourists on this road. And they aren't always the best drivers, right? Crossing over the double yellow, taking the turns. Yeah, here's a little dirt there. Well, maybe I'll pull over here if I can find a spot. Or maybe not. Yeah, I could stop here, I guess. Okay, took a little stop here. So far, so good. This is sort of like halfway. Maybe you could call it a little bit of a saddle. Like I said, the road up to the top isn't really all that far. Lots of hiking trails. A couple just started descending down that trail. And then over there is another town, sort of like Ahwatukee area. I think they actually have Phoenix addresses, but it's over the other side of the mountain. So Phoenix is way over there. And then Ahwatukee, other side of the mountain range. All right, so far so good on the F6B Goldwing. All right, we're off. Looks like I'm good. those are the towers, radio towers that we saw way down below. I think we have just another mile or two. Yeah, you can see it off in the distance there. Very popular thing for tourists to do. Probably be a decent amount of people up there at the top parking lot area. Mile 5. Don't remember exactly when they start counting the miles, but like I said, it's not a long ride, and it's in South Phoenix. Gonna go up here. This is the more popular spot, but there is another pull out over there too. And here we are. Let's see if we can find a parking spot up top. Come on over. Don't look. Yeah, nice fat boy, huh? Motorcycle parking only. That's kind of cool. All right, made it to the top, South Mountain. We'll probably go walk over and check out the views of Phoenix here. There's only one other bike up here. Looks like an old fat boy.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Where are we going?
Tonight, yeah.
So that's downtown Phoenix, way out there. I live kind of out over that way, Tempe. Some Native Americans selling jewelry, and you got some food vendors selling out of the back of their cars down there. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start walking back here. Try to find something to eat for lunch, or late lunch now. Should have grabbed something before I headed up the road. If I was thinking, I would have had lunch up here, a little picnic. Yeah, maybe next time. All right, guys, well, that was South Mountain. First little day trip on the 2013 F6B Goldwing. And that's where we came from, way up there. All right, until next time, guys.